Dear God, I've come to repent for my sins. Let your blood wash me clean, for I'm a rotten girl.
So Vocaloid fandom, if you've been out of the loop, which you probably haven't been, a brand new banger of a song just dropped called The Confessions of a Rotten Girl, which is done by the lovely Sawtone. So the Vocaloid community is losing their mind over this song, and I am too. I can't get enough of it. I've been listening to it on repeat over and 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 over again, planning on covering it, which stay tuned for that one. But as you probably predicted, just like I did, people have a problem with this song. Shocker, right? Wow, that's crazy. People have a problem with the song. They think it's problematic. Who would have ever guessed that anyone in the Vocaloid community would have ever said something was problematic? Wow, what happened? That's crazy. Wow. Now, the song is about a teenage girl who is a fujoshi, and she's battling some inner demons about it. Some of these complaints, actually all of them, are nonsense. Literally nonsense. Let's talk about some of the arguments and complaints I've seen about this song. So the very first one is that it's calling it lollybait, where just because something is done in a chibi art style does not mean it's lollybait. You guys got so brain rotted over Uno that you think anything in a similar style instantly is lollybait. That's not what's even happening here. It's all about context. There's no context here to suggest that. That's just kind of Saw's art style, because if you didn't know, Saw is the one who illustrates the images in his videos. He's the one who he does most of the work. He does have some help from other people, but he does do most of the work for his songs. And that's just kind of his art style. Chibi does not equal lolly. So that's just stupid. The other point is that Miku is fetishizing gay men, which is just weird because that's not really what fujoshis do. Like, if you do see a fujo fetishizing gay men, they're probably, I'm not gonna lie, they're probably a child, honestly. Like, they're probably a child, because I've never met an adult woman do it. And now that doesn't mean that there aren't adult women who fetishize gay men. However, it's a lot more rare because they're adults and they should obviously know better. The thing about this song that I love is that it really feels like a love letter to the Vocaloid community back in like the 2000s / early 2010s. Like, this feels so nostalgic. And I said the same thing about the last song that he made too, is that everything about it, like his style, is very much nostalgic Vocaloid. And that's what I love. I think what people are overlooking, that Miku is actually a teenage girl who is going to a Catholic school or Christian school. I don't know. She's going to some kind of religious school, and she feels bad because she's enjoying BL, and she's almost like overcorrecting in a way, because like she's always been taught being gay is bad, right? But she likes media where two guys kiss, right? So she's having a lot of internal conflict that is happening to her. And I just think that the religious trauma is being so overlooked by the people who are like crashing out about it, right? I mean, I've even been seeing people upset that Luca is a nun and that she's a sexualized nun. And I'm like, yes, because this is about Miku with religious trauma, and that she's just like, she thinks that sexuality and feeling things is bad. She thinks that it's a sin, and how she's feeling is a sin, and that she can't, like, it's like a drug and she can't get away from it. But that's because she has yet to actually unpack the religious trauma. And I also feel like a lot of people who identify with this song are not red flags. They're actually green flags, because they've been able to sit down and actually identify their feelings and how like traumatic things were for them when they were in the church. And I just don't appreciate that this censorship that's been trying to happen in the Vocaloid community for a hot minute now. Like, yes, I know a lot of them are teenagers, but it's almost concerning the amount of teenagers who are taking in this rhetoric of censorship. Because I feel like as an adult, I look at this song and I go, yeah, this feels like a teenage experience. Like, this doesn't feel like, it feels like someone telling on themselves, right? Because like, while I'm definitely not a teenager, you know, or even a fujoshi, honestly, I do enjoy a lot of NSFW media. Like, I like a lot of smut or R18 otome games. I mean, to be fair, I've been playing a lot of Love and Deep Space, and I think a lot of people go, oh, Fujo, because like they are a woman engaging in media of gay men, that it's instantly the same thing as the way that a lot of men, when they watch lesbians, it's the same kind of fetishization. And a lot of times it's really not. Like it really isn't. Because a lot of times the women don't want the men for themselves. They just want to look at them. And that's fine if it's fiction, right? Because if they're treating people, real people this way, then yes, that's not okay. We never treat real people in that way, right? And while yes, Miku is probably, shipping her teachers, that's because she's a teenager with religious trauma. Again, she's a teenager with religious trauma. And I think it's really hard for people to really grasp how many Fujos are actually lesbians, because I feel like every Fujo I know is a lesbian. Like I'm not even joking. Like this is not even a joke. I feel like so many of them are either lesbian or queer themselves. Not to mention a lot of trans men have gone into liking BL and then come out of it and going, wow, the reason I like it was actually because I was a man. I'm actually a man. It does a lot of good, actually. Like Fujo does a lot of good. And Fujo used to be actually a term as an insult and a slur against women who, enjoyed gay media. So it was used as a way to be not only homophobic, but misogynistic. And then women took that back and they made it their own culture. And they were like, nope, I am a Fujo. I am a rotten girl. But like, I know it can be hard to understand to separate that. And like, you can separate that. But I'm going to use myself as an example. So I'm not a Fujo, but I am ace. And I know I don't talk about my sexuality, but I am ace. And I enjoy a lot of smut and R18 otome games. I like all those things. However, I don't want anything to do with it. I do not want it in real life. No way. Icky, no. I would rather read about it or play a game than I would actually participate in real life, right? I don't want it in real life. I am what you call a yume joshi, where it's like I envision myself or a version of myself with these fictional people, but I don't want it in real life. No way. No. No. Like I've been playing a lot of Love and Deep Space lately, like for the last 2 weeks, religiously. And I got Raphael's like spicy card, and it was pretty nice. It was really nice. But I don't want it in real life. I don't want that kind of stuff in real life. I'm okay with fictional only. And it took a while for me to like really understand that. But a lot of people are like that, where they read something in fiction and they like it in fiction, but they don't want it in real life, like at all. Like when you see someone like, yes, this is my husband, I love him, and they know that he's a giant red flag. However, those people usually don't want them in person. Because at the end of the day, like this is a song that is just, I feels like from experience, and I'm not going to comment on Saw's gender or sexuality, but it just feels like he's a part of the community in at least some way, okay? Like that's what it feels like to me. I don't know anything about this dude. I'm not going to make any assumptions, but it definitely feels like he's a part of this community. To me, there's just no point like in crashing out over this. Let's go back to the days of Vocaloid, where we would see a song and I would rather see teenagers being like, ooh, sexual things, rather than them be out here trying to make accusations at somebody for being weird, because don't do that. Just don't. That's how rumors start. You guys are being stupid. Shut up. Like, I'm so serious. Like, stop it. Stop it. It is not good. It is not healthy for you to assume that every single person that makes anything is a bad person because you might not slightly like the thing. And I do think a lot of what is happening is because a lot of people who don't like this or sing this feel a little left out, because everyone in the community is loving this song and they feel uncomfortable by it. So then therefore they're like, oh, well, I have to make something up so I have a valid reason for being uncomfortable and not liking it. Just, if you don't like it, I'm sorry. You're gonna have to miss out. You have to miss out on something sometimes. It's fine, whatever. But anyway, stop crashing out. Just enjoy life for once, okay? Enjoy life. Anyways, what did you think of the song? If you liked it or disliked it, make sure that you comment down below. And please, please, for the love of God, be respectful. And if you like Vocaloid content, make sure that you hit subscribe and like this video if you like this video. Also, make sure that you follow me on Twitch. I do stream there, so if you want to say hi to me where I'm there, like, please do. I appreciate it. Anyways, that's it for this video.